Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to achieve this look. This is definitely a 60s inspired, sexy, smooth, edgy look. I'm going to get into the details of the brushes, the technique, and everything that you need to complete this. So let's get into it. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm trying to achieve this like sultry, cute 60s eye type of vibe. And I want to talk brushes. So throughout the video, you're going to see me using multiple brushes, but they will be similar to these 4 brushes. I feel like these are the staple brushes you need to achieve this look. So first, we're going to have this brush. Now this type of brush is a stable brush. It doesn't move as easily as you can see. And this is for our crease. Sometimes when you want that more dramatic effect and you want to make sure that the placement of your product is perfect, you need a brush like this. Secondly, we need a brush that's going to buffer things out, smooth things out. It will be this bad boy. And this is perfect because if you look at the brush, it's like fluffy. It can help you get product to where it needs to be, but it's also small. And you need something small because you don't want to mess up any of the other product that you have placed elsewhere in your lid. Thirdly, under eye. So we need something that's kind of stable for our under eye. Need to be able to move the product a little bit, but we want to make sure that the product stays exactly where we put it, and we want under our eye to be more of a tight line, you know what I'm saying? And then lastly, for your concealer. So for the cut crease for your concealer, you need a brush similar to this because it perfectly just smoothly puts the product on your lid like butter, and it helps you glide the product wherever you need it to be. You'll see. So these are the 4 brushes that we're starting out with to achieve this look. Anything similar, doesn't have to be exactly these brushes, but anything similar will work. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my James Charles Morphe palette. Okay, it's very used, so not too much. And I'm going to go in with the darker shades. So what I like to do with the darker shades is I like to go with the lightest color, and I like to build up, because sometimes you'll see that if you go with something super duper uber dark, you messed it up. And it's easier to go darker than it is to put concealer on and redo all of this stuff. It's just more work. So what I'm going to start off with is this top brown right here. And then I'll probably end up working my way with this dark brown. And then if I really want to get dark, we're going to go with this black. So this is the line that we're working with for our crease. I'm going to take the brush that we talked about, and I'm going to get some of that brown at the very top. And I'm going to put that in my crease right there to try to, like, you know, make a line, some type of marker where I want this product to be. And you see how it just easily, like I was just able to draw a line just like that. You see how easy that came on? It went exactly where I want it to go. So then after that, I'm going to take the brush that we talked about, okay, and I'm going to buffer it out just a tad, just to get more of a smooth finish. So when you first put it on, you want to see like, okay, what is the shape looking like? What best colors do I want to use? Blase, blase, right? So we want to go ahead and buffer this out. Yes, I like. And so for this look, the darker colors are going to be more on the outside. It's more of a dramatic eye on the outside. So I'm going to just keep building up. Now I'm taking that darker brown right up under the light one, and I'm putting it right in that same spot, doing the same exact thing because I want it to be a little darker. Then I'm getting that brush and I'm blending out. And how I blend, there's really no method to my madness, but what I think best is to hold your brush like this really lightly. I like to do upward strokes because you want the product to go upward, and just go back and forth in a windshield wiper motion until you get your desired look. Now this is up to you. However smoky and sensual and dramatic you want it to look, that's up to you. I'm gonna get my darker color in the middle like we said, and I'm just going to bring it in just a tad bit. Just a tad, just a tad. Yes. And then just buffer that bad boy out. So a look like this, it's really not hard. It just takes a little time. You just need a little bit of patience because you want to make sure that it's blended out very well. So I'm going in, like I said, with a similar brush. It's a floofy brush, but has a little more, it's a little bigger, so I can easily buffer things out a little quicker, and I can cover more ground. So I'm just fluffing this out. And then honestly, I'm gonna go in with my floofy brush with that darker color in the center. And then I'm going to go above. See how quick that was? I'm gonna go above the line though. So we created a line that's carving out essentially our cut crease. We're gonna go above the line, and all we're gonna do is blend it out. Blend, blend, blend. So it's important to use that first brush because it helps you carve out where you want the line to be. And then afterwards, you can get a bigger brush if you so choose, or you can stick with a smaller brush and you can blend out. Beautiful, beautiful. So this is a trick. So whenever you see somebody that has just such a defined line in their cut crease, the best way to achieve that is to get your concealer. So we're going in with this brush right here. We're going to get our concealer to like make a cut crease. And what I'm using today is the LA Pro Concealer in cream beige. Yes. All I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little bit of this. I put stuff on the back of my hand, but you don't have to. It doesn't matter how you get the product out. But I put a little bit of that on the back of my hand. I'm going to be putting it on this brush, and then we're going to carve our eye. So me, I always put my finger here and pull it so that I can perfectly see where my crease is. And then all you do is line that bad boy up. And you see how this just goes on perfectly, like butter. These brushes, I feel like, are the perfect type of brush to put on concealer for a cut crease. Yeah. Perfect. Now don't worry if your eyes are looking crazy a little bit. You can clean everything up with some good old concealer. Now me right now, I'm just making sure I get these edges together, baby. Making sure that everything is smooth. So basically what I do is I let this dry a little bit because the consistency of the LA Pro Concealer is a little sticky, right? So you want it to still be a little tacky, but you don't want it to be too liquidy. That's not a word, but you get what I'm saying? Because when you put your eyeshadow on top of it, you want it to stick. You don't want it to keep sliding and gliding. So we let that sit for a little bit. Okay, all of my palettes look used, but that's how you know I use them. So I'm going in with my Naked 2 Basics palette, and I am going to be taking, that very first color right here. That's going to be my cut crease color. It's called Skimp. And then sometimes if I want to even it out, I'll use this second color, which is Stark, to even out the color. But right now we're going in with Skimp. So I'm using a brush that's similar to the concealer brush that we used, right? And I'm going in with that Skimp, and all I'm going to do is literally just place it on my cut crease. And again, this is all just patience. You just take your time in properly placing the product. Beautiful, beautiful. I have me a little piece of a wet wipe, and I'm just going to take a little piece, and I'm going to take off a little bit at the top, like I was telling you about. And the great thing about the wet wipes is they just, look at that, seamlessly, look at that, seamlessly take off whatever it is that you need. Like, oh my goodness, this is so fire. So anytime that you mess up, anytime that you want to change something, you don't have to get a big old cloth, just a little piece of it. Put that bad boy in your hand like this, have your nail protruding through it, and just carve out what it is that you want. Look at that. Look at how clean that is. Okay. Sorry, I'm just getting a little bit excited. Now, I want the darker color, the black, to be at the end of this cut crease, right? So I'm going to go in with that floofy brush. And I'm going to take a little bit of that darker color that we talked about in the middle. I'm going to take a little bit of that darker color. I'm going to put this on the ends. And we're going to kind of go in a V motion. So we're going to go like this. Whoop, whoop, right? Just the V motion with the brush. And close to the eyelid, you don't really have to just be, there's really no way to mess it up, because you're going to be putting on liner and you're going to be putting on lashes, and all of that is really going to cover up any mistakes that you can make by your lash line. So don't worry about that. More so worry about closing in this gap. Okay, so our eye shape is pretty much cut out. We got our cut crease, we have it dark on the side, and we have the little line coming from the inside. Now I just want to blacken this up. I want this to be dark and dramatic. So we've been using browns. We use the lighter brown, the medium brown. Now we're going in with the black. Things are about to get real dramatic. And then I'm gonna go ahead and buffer this bad boy out. Look at that. So one important thing is blending, right? You don't want to see a harsh line between this and this. They're two different colors, so you're going to see a difference, but you want it to be as smooth as possible. So the best thing to do, even if it takes you a long time, is to get you a nice floofy brush and to make sure that you continuously wipe back and forth, up and down, whatever you have to do. Take your time and make sure that when you're done, it looks like a gradient, like it transitions into another color, not just one color, one color. I think that's very important. Once I picked up how colors should transition, the game changed, because you'll start to notice a lot of people, their makeup is choppy. Okay, like this. Close my eyes so that you all can see. Do you see the gradient? Do you see how it transitions into this color? So first over here is super duper black. Then over here we have a super duper creamy off-white color. And then in the middle, it's like a mixture of whatever that is together. And then it goes into the cut crease. You get what I'm saying? It just looks more cohesive. So I like for this look that brighter eye color. So all I'm going to do is just add some more of that concealer that we wiped off a little bit back up under my eyebrow. And we're going to buffer the black out just a little bit up into the rest of the eye, just to tap it so that we can just go about with the rest of the look. Now I'm going to do the exact same thing to the other eye. Okay, so I'm back. Did both eyes, and now it's time to go in with my eyeliner. And I'm going in with my Kiss Professional New York liner. I'm going to start from the inner side and go out. Just a cute little liner, okay. This is my first time trying this liner, so let's see what it's giving. So far, so good. Yes. Now, I just got these lashes. They are I Envy 3D multi-angle volume. We're gonna try them out. I like the fact that they look kind of like feline-ish. They look a little catty. And I feel like the 60s was all about that cat eye. Okay, so I want this video to just solely be on the eye. So I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup. I'm gonna put on the lashes that I showed you all so that you can get a vibe of what everything looks like together all the way. So I'll be right back. And this is the final look. You know, darling, something posh, something old time, vintage, expensive. I feel like Joanne the Scammer.
I'm white and Caucasian and better.
But yes, this is the finished look. So you have so many options. I think the biggest part about this look is the cut crease, the dark crease, the outer corner of the eye, You can do whatever you want with the colors, even though I feel like the girls back in the day, they definitely were known for a little red lip. It was like big then, some blush, and you know, a little wing action, but very dramatic. The only thing that I would say that I feel like would enhance this look, you can go with a red lip, or you could go for like a darker red, not so bright, more like maroon, darker red. I feel like in the evening time, oh, that would be perfect. Now, if you're selling out in the daytime, driving top down in the daytime or what have you, this bright red, it does the job. Hope this was helpful.